City, welcome back to the channel. It's a girl Vermore and I'm back with another reaction video. Today I'm going to be reacting to Justin Reloaded. If you haven't seen any of my reactions to his videos, click the link above. I have a whole playlist on him, and this is Watch the View Get Touched by Megyn Kelly for instant claims about white people, blatant racism. Okay, this is about to get exciting, but before we get started, we have some amazing people watching us for the first time. If you're new to the channel, hello, I'm Vera. I do reaction videos. If this is something that you love, why not join Vera City? Hit the subscribe button below, turn on the post notification bell so that you can always be the first person to know whenever a new video drops. Out that, guys, let's go.
Whoopi Goldberg, Sunny Hostin, Joy Behar, and the rest of the View have been on a streak recently of making themselves look like absolute idiots. Not just with bringing guests on the View that absolutely destroy them like Coleman, Hughes, but also just in the things that they talk about and the things that they stand for, and then being completely proven wrong, completely proven hypocritical on the situation. And this one is no different. We have a clip here from Megyn Kelly, and we also have one more or a couple more clips that I'll show you afterwards that also show that Sunny Hostin, Whoopi Goldberg, and Joy Behar are absolutely frauds. But this one from Megyn Kelly says, The View host Sunny Hostin deals with bummer that her ancestors owned slaves. And this thing gets absolutely hilarious in 1 second. Let me first let Megyn Kelly tell you the story of the whole thing.
Sunny Hostin of The View, who's constantly raging about race and reparations and how bad America is and its racial past and all this stuff, goes on the Henry Louis Gates, it's PBS, I think, show about your history, and finds out that this is fantastic, she is descended from slaveholders.
Wow.
She's descended from slaveholders, and she's been apparently getting a lot of mail about her call for reparations because it turns out she's going to be paying them and not actually receiving them. So here's what she said when she went out on The View and addressed it. Watch this.
I was really reluctant to do it because I just sensed that there could be something in my family.
I just sensed that within my blood, like there was just this like overwhelming feeling that my family owned slaves one time. Like when you're racist and you own black people as slaves, you just have something within you that it's kind of like the venom thing that Spider-Man gets. Like it calls to you and it makes you want to just be racist. Like I feel you, Sonny. Like these people, this show is so performative. It's so ridiculous, the things that come out of these people's mouths. Sunny Hostin is probably the worst one out of all of them, because I think Sunny Hostin is probably the smartest one on the panel. And I know that a lot of people are going to get mad and disagree. She's probably the smartest one IQ-wise on the panel. Whoopi Goldberg and Joy Behar, they're kind of just idiots. So it's easy for them to perform. With Sunny Hostin, it's like she's too smart to think these idiotic things to the point where it's not believable even when she says it.
History that would be disappointing. But what I found out was that my mother's family, while they are Puerto Rican, they actually originate from Spain. And the reason that they moved to Puerto Rico is because the slave trade had been sort of canceled in Spain and then Curacao, and then they moved all of their slaves to Puerto Rico. And so the family business, I had been told that they were printers and journalists, but they were in fact enslavers. At first I was deeply disappointed.
The slave thing is a bummer.
It's a bummer. And
Can you imagine a family are slave owners and they are so serious about it? It's like a business, to the point that they moved from one place to another just because they canceled slave trade. They moved to where slave trade was accepted, and they moved all their slaves. That's crazy. That's crazy. They were slave owners and slave traders. It was a family business. That is crazy. Gosh.
You can control it.
I still believe,
I know, but still.
Notice how that's the fake conservative over there. I think her name's Alyssa Griffin or something like that. She said, you can't control it, trying to make Sunny Hostin feel better. And so is Joy Behar trying to make Sunny Hostin feel better about her having to admit that her family used to be slave owners on The View. The fact that they are using that as the defense, you can't control it, and yet you all push for reparations, even though we can't control what the hell we did in the past. You know, none of us who are alive right now had any say in whether or not people owned slaves in the past. And yet when Sunny Hostin, whenever she's been calling for reparations and how evil white people are and everything like this for the longest time, when she finds out her family owned slaves, the defense is, well, we can't control it. There's nothing we could have done about it. It's like, it's just crazy how that becomes the defense for the ladies of The View whenever it's them that's in the hot seat.
Reparations, by the way, so y'all can stop texting me and emailing me and saying that I'm a white girl and that I don't deserve reparations.
Wow.
Okay. I'm not going to text you or email you, but it's true.
Guess there's nothing worse than to find out you're a white woman.
She's so disappointed.
It's really disappointing.
Her mother was white.
Oh my God.
shame.
Oh my God.
The horror.
Oh my God. But you know, the other thing about this is just so fascinating to me. She's talking about her ancestors migrating from Spain to Puerto Rico because of the slave trade.
Exactly.
What goes on in America, you would think we were the only country on earth to have ever had slavery. This is endemic to the human condition.
There's still a ton of countries. You know, the most ironic thing about this is not the fact that there used to be slaves in other countries whenever America also had slaves and there's still slavery going on right now. The most ironic part about all of this is that The View is sold out to spreading the propaganda of the countries that still have slaves to this day. The View are spreading their very propaganda, the very propaganda that a lot of our politicians are sold out to also spread and to, you know, lobby for and stuff like that. Also, The View is sold out to these same people. Like, and I'm not going to say who they are, but you know, I don't have to tell you. You already know. That's the most ironic part about all of this, is that Sunny Hostin, not only did her family own slaves in the past, but they've been spreading propaganda for the only countries, or the main countries that still have slaves to this day. They're paid off by those countries to continue to spread their propaganda.
It really is. And Sunny Hostin, I'm sure, is disappointed. She's the self-appointed expert of all things Black America on The View. You would not know there was another Black woman on that panel.
And she absolutely hates white people, by the way. Like there's no doubt about it. And you can see that, you know, in multiple appearances. We had Coleman Hughes go on The View and absolutely destroy them. I'll show you that here in 1 second. But she also claims to be like such an expert on MLK. I think she knows his daughter or something like that. And she's just like obsessed with MLK and tries to twist a lot of MLK's words to fit her narrative and her agenda. But Sunny Hostin absolutely hates white people. So the fact that she found out that she used to be, or her family used to be slave owners, and she wouldn't be receiving the reparations, she'd be paying the reparations. It's a sweet victory for us. And it's just another example of The View absolutely getting proven wrong and proven to be hypocrites. But also, check out this appearance from Coleman Hughes on The View. This made Sunny, in my eyes, this confirmed that Sunny was 100% racist and doesn't care about the overall greater good of the country, of the Western world. She only cares about her side, her race being on top. Let's check this out.
Your argument for colorblindness, I think, is something that the right has co-opted. And so many in the Black community, if I'm being honest with you, because I want to be, believe that you are being used as a pawn by the right and that you're a charlatan of sorts.
He's not a Republican.
So how do you...
He's never voted for a Republican.
Just straight up calling him a charlatan to his face. You can see Joy Behar's reaction. Watch that back really quick. Watch Joy Behar's reaction to what Sunny Hostin just said.
Believe that you are being used as a pawn by the right and that you're a charlatan of sorts.
He's not a Republican.
So how do you...
He's never voted for a Republican.
You said that you're a conservative. No, you did. You actually said that in the podcast that you did 2 weeks ago.
I said I was a conservative.
He's not.
Even made the other guest of The View, or the other host of The View, uncomfortable. What Sunny Hostin just did there. Straight up calling their guest on The View a charlatan to his face. And they're all just like, they all go in defense mode for him. That's crazy.
I did. So, but my question to you is, how do you respond to those critics?
So first thing I think it's very important. The quote that you just pointed out about doing something special for the Negro, that's from the book Why We Can't Wait that I just mentioned.
Yes.
A couple paragraphs later, he lays out exactly what that something special was.
Yes.
And it was the Bill of Rights for the Disadvantaged, a broad class-based policy.
But he also says you must include race.
No, he didn't. He says it's
yes, he does.
Okay, well, everyone should go read the book Why We Can't Wait. Let's not get sidetracked by that.
Yeah.
I don't think I've been co-opted by anyone. I've only voted twice, both for Democrats. Although I'm an independent, I would vote for a Republican, probably a non-Trump Republican if they were compelling.
If you enjoy content like this, then make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. It really does help me out a ton. Let's get back to the video.
I don't think there's any evidence I've been co-opted by anyone, and I think that that's an ad hominem tactic people use to not address really the important conversations we're having here. And I think it's better, and it would be better for everyone if we stuck to the topics rather than make it about me.
But
with
it's not about you, but I want to give you the opportunity to respond to
I appreciate
the criticism.
I appreciate it. There's no evidence that I've been co-opted by anyone. I have an independent podcast. I work for CNN as an analyst. I write for the Free Press. I'm independent in all of these endeavors, and no one is paying me to say what I'm saying. I'm saying it because I feel it.
Alyssa, you have the
It's just ridiculous to me that Sonny Hostin, because he brought up a point of, if like, why do we have to only address the blacks or Hispanics, only the non-whites? Why not just address class? And that way we disproportionately do help the blacks and Hispanics that are poor, but we also help the whites that are poor. And then Sonny Hostin just straight up gets emotional. Ad hominem attacks. You're a charlatan.
Being here. So in the past decade, it feels like racial tensions have gotten worse. Do you see it that way, and what do you attribute it to?
Absolutely. I mean, if you look at all the data, it finds that race relations were getting better until about 2013. That year, you had majority of black, Hispanic, and white Americans saying race relations were good, and then you just see it nosedive. And 2013, people like to blame, Republicans like to blame Obama. It wasn't his fault. Democrats like to blame Trump. It was actually just technology. We all got social media and smartphones, and we had videos being promoted in the algorithm that were unrepresentative, and it created this impression that racism was on the rise when in fact it had been on the decline for decades.
And do you attribute that at all to foreign actors getting involved in technology?
Yes, Russia tries to meddle, absolutely, but I don't think we can blame foreign actors. This is a homegrown problem.
Okay. I have a question, because you write that the anti-racism movement, there are a couple of people, I don't even know who they are, maybe
Robin DiAngelo.
Yeah. Ibram Kendi, for instance.
Okay, well, you say that is just another form of racism, and you even say it has a lot in common with white supremacy. How can you compare those two things? You talk about anti-racism, you're comparing it to white supremacy.
Because they both view your race as an extremely significant part of who you are. So white supremacists, they obviously say, we all know what they say, okay? Neo-racists like Rob DiAngelo, they say that to be white is to be ignorant, for example. Well, this is a racial stereotype, and I want to call a spade and say this is not the style of anti-racism we have to be teaching our kids. We should be teaching them that your race is not a significant feature of who you are. Who you are is your character, your value, and your skin color doesn't say anything about that.
That's actually misrepresenting what Robin DiAngelo's position is.
It's in her book.
You notice how the audience starts applauding whenever that's said, and Sonny Hostin doesn't like it. Whoopi Goldberg doesn't like it. Joy Behar doesn't like it. Whenever he makes just very obvious statements like your race, your color of your skin should not play a significant part in like judging a person. Like it just shouldn't. Like it's just a fact. Everybody knows this, but it's offensive to the host of The View, to Sonny Hostin and Whoopi Goldberg and the rest of them, whenever you say stuff like that, because they don't want to think that. They want to be racist. Like they straight up just are, man. Like they're just disgusting people.
Here we go.
Thank
you, Coleman Hughes, for coming, because this is a show of lots of different opinions, and we are multi-generational, and we all got an opinion.
It's not a show of a lot of different opinions. They all hold the same opinions. They're all, I think, paid off to spew this woke nonsense. What do you guys think about this? Even to the point where the other hosts of The View turned on Sonny Hostin. The fans of The View even applauded whenever all the hosts of The View were obviously a little bit angry and uncomfortable. The audience basically just turned on them. Let me know what you're thinking about Coleman Hughes' appearance, just shutting down all the nonsense that the woke The View said. Sonny Hostin, Joy Behar, Whoopi Goldberg, and the rest of them. Let me know what you're thinking. If you did enjoy the video, please leave a like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I hope to see you guys on the next one.
Hostin, she never ceased to amaze me. Her family, or her forefathers, whatever, they were slave traders, to the point that they moved from one city to another just so that they can continue their trade business. That means they were really serious about this whole trade thing. And yet, Sonny is a racist. She's always saying stuffs. Can you imagine? And the worst part of this all is that these women, The View, they actually have loyal fans that listen to them. They have loyal people that listen to them. It's crazy. And look at how they were even accusing the other man. They were just accusing him wrongly. And the other women were so quick to, support Sonny. I don't know what these women are up to or what exactly it is that they want. But this whole thing is just crazy and stupid. It's funny how this show doesn't even get censored. Like, come on. Oh my goodness. Honestly, I would always say this. The View should be taken off air. These women, they don't know what they are saying. Either they are paid to do this or whatever. I feel like this show should be cancelled. Enough with all of this stupidity and stuff. Anyways, what are your thoughts on this? What do you think about this video? Drop a comment down below. If you enjoyed this video, give it a huge thumbs up and please share this video. And if you're new to the channel, join Viewercity. Hit the subscribe button below, turn on the post notification bell so that you can always be the first person to know whenever a new video drops. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you in my next video. I love you. Bye guys.